I just was literally just walking out into the street because they're so engulfed in what they're texting and get hit by cars. 3,000 teenagers die a year. That's a lot of kids.
Hello, my name is Al Jones-Bey, a motivational speaker from Durham, North Carolina.
What influenced you to become a motivational speaker?
The thing that influenced me to become a motivational speaker was during my incarceration. And it was there that I heard some encouraging words from a fellow inmate.
How are you different from any other motivational speaker?
The thing that makes me different from any other motivational speaker is the fact that the topics that I speak on, I've actually lived through those topics and overcame.
So none of y'all drink? Nobody here has had anything to drink? Don't raise your hand on this one. Just put your hand down and then wink at me if you didn't drink. I ain't gonna tell it on you. Let me see. Okay, I got a few. I ain't gonna tell it. So I'm gonna give you a little stat about alcohol, man, with teenagers. 2,700 teenagers die each year from drinking alcohol. 2,700 teenagers die a year from drinking alcohol. To break that down a little further, that's about 7 teenagers a day.
Without going through your entire message, what are the 3 most requested speaking topics?
The 3 most requested speaking topics I've been asked to speak on is employment barriers, prison, and drugs.
Can you elaborate on a couple of those topics?
Sure, I can elaborate on a couple of those topics. Let's take employment barriers, for example. Upon me being released from prison, one of the hardest things for me to do is gain employment because no one wants to hire a convicted felon. So this is one of the most difficult tasks and what keeps people either going back to prison or going back to using drugs or going back to selling drugs. So through my message, I teach people how to gainfully gain employment, and not just a job. I get people to gain careers like I have done by working at one of the most prestigious colleges in North Carolina. One of the other topics is prison. A lot of people take prison and make this out to be one of the most worst experiences and one that they have ever experienced in life. When I first went into the prison system, it was awful. It was terrible because one, I was still breaking rules and didn't want to listen to anyone. And I didn't understand all of the rules that they were subjecting us to. But once I realized that these rules all had meaning and it had a place for me in life outside of these prison walls, I decided to make a change and decided if I could follow rules inside a prison, surely I will be able to get out and follow the rules of society. And through my message, this is what I try to encourage and give the message of hope to people that are in prison, that you're not in here, although you're locked up like an animal, you're not to be acting like an animal.
If you were in front of an audience today, what words of encouragement would you give them?
If I was in front of an audience today, the words of encouragement I would give them would be, first of all, if you are sitting in front of me, that tells me that you need motivating in some form or some area of your life. And I would say to you that you always have to remember that everything that you see in your life is a reflection of a choice or a decision that you have made. And if you're not happy with yourself or your life, then you need to make some different choices. Those are the words of wisdom that I would give today. Because this is what I had to do. I had to accept responsibility of the things that were wrong in my life instead of placing blame on everybody else. Because everything starts from oneself. So if you want change in your life, make better choices.
If someone wanted to contact you for a speaking engagement, how would they get in contact with you?
You can contact me at jonesbay7@gmail.com. And my contact phone number is 919-768-2863.
Again, my name is Al Jones-Bey from Durham, North Carolina, and I can be your motivational speaker. And you are tuned in to R.E.D TV, realeveryday.com.